setting.
Mate, these drivers aren't just burning rubber for the fun of it. They're chasing the ghost, that perfect lap that's always just out of reach.
Absolutely. Back in my racing days, I used to call it chasing the dragon. It's that feeling when you know there's still a little more in the tank, a fraction of a second to be found.
Mike has a best lap time of 1:36.771. Wayne Pearson is on the out lap, not just warming up the tyres, but also warming up their instincts, getting that racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
O'Hagan posted 1:36.507 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Watch as Wayne Pearson takes it nice and easy on this out lap. It's not just about warming up the tyres, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything, the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Mike O'Hagan crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 1:36.574. They're getting to grips with Bilster Berg, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Wayne Pearson is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the VW Scirocco's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
It's all about finding that sweet spot during these sessions, like tuning a didgeridoo, but way faster.
Haha, and a lot noisier. But you're right. In Indy, we fine-tune until it feels just right. Every lap here is a step towards perfection.
Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping them up and hitting the road. It's like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear, or even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
DMAXs on the outlap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
Mike's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:36.351. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
There's no mucking around for Wayne Pearson and Euro, straight down to business on this first flyer. They'll be keen to see what times they can clock in early on.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed. It's about rhythm, finding that flow around Bilster Berg. Getting into that groove early can set the pace for the whole session.
Mike O'Hagan has a best lap time of 1:36.507. Wayne Pearson is in par paragraph mark MBSERH paragraph mark E. And off goes Patrick Schwanz, easing into the rhythm of Bilster Berg. This lap is like the first sip of your morning coffee, waking up the senses, priming the engines.
Yeah, it's about syncing up with the machine, getting that perfect harmony between driver and car. It's like a prelude to a symphony that's about to unfold on the track.
Alright, Mike has put down a 1:35.422. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that VW Scirocco.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you're unstoppable.
Couldn't have put it better. Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
There's the first flying lap for Mike, hitting 137.980. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
And away goes Patrick Schwanz, charging down start zeal like a bull at a gate. This lap's where they set the tone for the session.
Indeed, Rob. It's about laying down a marker, seeing how the car responds when they dial everything up to 11. They're testing the waters, but also setting their own benchmarks.
Mike posted a 139.562 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Wayne Pearson has a best lap time of 144.969. Look at D-Max taking it nice and easy, a smart move. Like a chess player contemplating the opening move, they're planning several steps ahead.
Spot on. They're mentally mapping each corner, each straight. It's not just about the car, it's about strategy and foresight.
With just 1 minute left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Wayne Pearson's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 147.063. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Mike O'Hagan's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 135.353. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
And there's D-Max, easing out onto Bilster Berg. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this outlap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
Wayne Pearson has a best lap time of 1:44.969. Patrick Schwanz posted 1:40.199 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Wayne Pearson crosses the line with their first flyer, clocking a 1:44.038. They're getting to grips with Bilster Berg, feeling out its quirks and corners.
It's like the first round of a chess match, Rob. They're making their opening moves, setting up for the later, faster laps where they'll really show their hand.
Wayne Pearson posted a 1:44.038 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Here we go, folks. The atmosphere is electric as the drivers prepare to unleash their machines on the track at Bilster Berg for the qualifying session. It's a masterclass from Patrick Schwanz in this qualification session. They have stamped their authority on the track, setting the pace and currently leading the pack. It's an outstanding performance, and they are making their intentions clear for the race ahead. D-Max has secured a respectable second in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
You're absolutely right, Rob. DMAX's current position of second reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
And there goes Wayne Pearson, currently in position 3. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Absolutely, Rob. Wayne Pearson has put in a remarkable effort to secure third. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
It's an impressive showing by Patrick Schwanz in qualifying. They have set the bar high, leading the way with their exceptional performance. It's a fantastic position to be in, and they will be looking to convert it into a strong race result. Impressive work from Wayne Pearson, who has claimed third on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
You're spot on, Rob. Wayne Pearson's current position of third is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
What a sublime effort by Patrick Schwanz in qualifying. They have taken charge of the session, holding the top position with authority. Their consistency and skill have been unmatched so far, and they are positioning themselves for a favorable starting position.
Absolutely, Rob. Patrick Schwanz is making their presence known with their outstanding performance. Their competitors will need to dig deep and find something special to challenge their supremacy.
Patrick Schwanz has completed their outlap. Currently in third, D-Max has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. D-Max has completed their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Patrick Schwanz, currently in second. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
Absolutely, Rob. Patrick Schwanz has shown great potential to secure second. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance.
Patrick Schwanz has completed their outlap. Incredible drive by D-Max so far, earning him third on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. DMAX's current position of third is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
D-Max has completed their outlap. A strong showing from Patrick Schwanz as they currently sit in third. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Patrick Schwanz has completed their outlap. A solid qualifying performance by Mike, positioning them in 4th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. An outstanding display from Patrick Schwanz in this qualification session. They have been on fire, putting in blistering lap times and currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard. It's a statement performance, showcasing their speed and determination. Patrick Schwanz has just completed a lap in 1:38.538. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. A solid performance from D-Max as they currently hold position 2. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid.
Couldn't agree more, Rob. DMAX has positioned themselves impressively in 2nd. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
Wayne Pearson has secured a respectable 4th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? What a performance from Patrick Schwanz. They currently occupy 2nd on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Impressive work from D-Max, who has claimed 3rd on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Impressive display by Patrick Schwanz, currently sitting in position 2. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. With Patrick Schwanz now sitting pretty in second, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Currently in fourth, Wayne Pearson has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. D-Max has positioned themselves well in third during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Spot on analysis, Rob. DMAX has positioned themselves well in third. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend their position in the upcoming race.
It's a stellar performance from D-Max, clinching third.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
And there goes Patrick Schwanz, currently in position 2. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
You're absolutely right, Rob. Patrick Schwanz's current position of second reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Patrick Schwanz will be happy having put themselves into second in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
A solid qualifying performance by Wayne Pearson, positioning them in fourth at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Absolutely, Rob. Wayne Pearson has put in a remarkable effort to secure fourth. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
It's an impressive showing by Patrick Schwanz, currently in second. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Patrick Schwanz has done a fantastic job to claim second. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
D-Max has secured a respectable third in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? Incredible drive by Wayne Pearson so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
Great analysis, Rob. Wayne Pearson has shown excellent pace to secure 4th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
What a performance from Wayne Pearson. They currently occupy 4th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? You've joined us on a breezy day here at Bilster Berg as we're getting ready to get things underway. Mike O'Hagan will be looking to convert their pole position into a win. And in the second position, it's none other than Patrick Schwanz. D-Max has qualified 3rd.
Another good start for the Italian driver.
Starting just behind the front runners in 4th place is the determined driver, Wayne Pearson.
Wayne Pearson is looking on for a strong result.
Taking off from the 5th grid slot is the skilled driver, Satan.
Could we see a podium result from Satan?
And the green flag drops. The race is officially underway.
They're all revved up and raring to go. But they've got to be slicker than a greased pig at a county fair to dodge any early hiccups.
As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team and Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Heroes one and all. As we watch the drivers fight it out in the first lap, I can already feel that this is going to be an epic race.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold. Is
there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position? Having started in 3, D-Max will be looking to establish themselves in this race. I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for DMAX in this outing in Germany. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. The racing is normally closely fought here at Bilster Berg. I think we are in for a cracking race. Satan's on the back foot here, struggling to keep up with Mike like a dingo after a roadrunner. Now isn't this a show? Mike's gotten the bit between their teeth, and they're reeling in D-Max. Look at him weave and bob through Kugelkopf, folks.
A misjudgment by either driver could result in a close encounter of the tire barrier kind, and that's one handshake they'll want to avoid.
Tyre degradation's a right pain in the arse, but Mike's handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with D-Max, aren't they? One thing I admire about Assetto Corsa friends is the sense of community. It's not just about the competition, it's about coming together, sharing knowledge, and pushing the boundaries of the sport.
You nailed it. Every time they hit the track, it's a culmination of shared experiences, lessons learned, and an undying passion for the sport. It's heartwarming and exhilarating all at once.
Alright, hold your horses. Patrick Schwanz is really putting the heat on Satan. If I were Satan, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. It's a tense battle for position between D-Max in second and Mike O'Hagan in third. D-Max is keeping Mike O'Hagan at bay with a gap of 0.6 seconds.
If racing was a rodeo, DMAX is riding that bull and not letting go.
Haha, down under we'd say they're clinging on like a possum in a gum tree. This is a thrilling battle as Patrick Schwanz edges closer to Satan in their fight for P4.
Every twist, every turn, it's like a tango at 200 miles per hour. Who'll take the lead?
With a move that's swift, I'd say Patrick Schwanz is running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit.
Shoot, Patrick Schwanz has got more moves than a dance floor on a Saturday night. Look at them shimmy into fourth.
Things are heating up as D-Max closes in on Wayne Pearson. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
Hot diggity. DMAX is on Wayne Pearson's tail tighter than bark on a tree. As they zoom into yaw unknown currency grabuche, I'm on the edge of my seat.
I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. DMAX's just breezed into first. Sorry to interrupt here, but just like my hope in finding the one, Patrick Schwanz's direction seems a bit lost right now.
Well, slap my grandma. Patrick Schwanz has gone off like they saw a ghost. Or maybe they just saw their last lap time.
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Mike and D-Max. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning.
This isn't just racing, it's art in motion. And Mike is painting a masterpiece in pursuit.
It seems like Mike is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit, and it's going to make for some exciting racing. Things are getting spicy as Mike is breathing down DMAX's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. You reckon DMAX's rear view is just filled with Mike? Hold on a second. Blimey, Wayne Pearson's just thrown another shrimp on the barbie of mishaps. This one's burned. This is what high-octane racing looks like. Mike is breathing down the neck of D-Max, not giving him any room to relax. The gap between Mike and D-Max is widening. It's now up to 0.9 seconds. Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it. It's like a pitmaster at a barbecue joint during a lunch rush. Everyone wants a piece, and they've got mere seconds to dish it out and make it perfect.
Geez, Patrick Schwanz's on Mike's tail like a dunny door in a thunderstorm. But passing? That's another kettle of fish.
Surely they've got enough in the tank to pull away. Gonna be interesting to watch this battle unfold.
Breaking update. Oh mate, Satan's impersonating a lost tourist. Did someone forget to tell them it's a race, not a bushwalk?
Seems like Satan's off-roading it. You know, like my attempts to adult. All over the place.
Crikey, Satan's playing hardball today. Closing off those gaps like a tight-knit woolly jumper. Good luck weaving through that one, Wayne Pearson. You Americans have your drive-thrus. Here, Wayne Pearson's trying to make this a drive past on Satan.
Well, let's see if they can supersize that pass, or if they'll just get a side of disappointment.
Looks like Wayne Pearson remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving him better cornering. If they get any closer to Satan, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie. It's a close race between Wayne Pearson and Satan in fourth.
If things go wrong between Wayne Pearson and Satan, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
Talk about pressure. Wayne Pearson is caught in the middle, feeling the heat from both Sunrider and Satan.
I'm on the same page, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind provide valuable context to understand the challenges faced by Wayne Pearson. It's a constant juggling act, and they need to seize the right moment to gain an advantage.
Tell ya what, Wayne Pearson's defending harder than a roux with the last Tim Tam. Satan's gonna have to pull something special out of the bag.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for Satan to make up that gap, especially with Wayne Pearson.
Hold that thought, hold the phone. Well, crikey, Mike O'Hagan's taken a detour just like I did when I tried to change my car's oil. Ended up with a flooded garage. Things are heating up as Satan tries to close the gap to Wayne Pearson.
It's a dance of titans, a symphony of engines, and Satan's tempo is rising.
A brilliant maneuver from Satan, who has just moved up the field. So, Hal, considering the high speeds and split-second decision-making involved in racing, what's the impact of even a minor lapse in concentration?
A minor lapse in concentration can have significant consequences, Rob. It could lead to an off-track excursion, a loss of position, or even a collision. That's why it's crucial for drivers to stay focused and alert throughout the race.
Satan is giving it their all as they chase down Wayne Pearson in P3. With steely determination and laser focus, Patrick Schwanz is homing in on D-Max. The battle lines are drawn.
Well, butter my biscuit. With a gap just shy of a second, Patrick Schwanz's car is dialed in. He's looking to reel DMAX in on the straights of Bilster Berg.
Hang on to your cork hats, mates. We're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Patrick Schwanz and D-Max. The age-old challenge. Mike is trying to catch Satan, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks.
Lordy, it's like Mike's driving with a boot full of moonshine. I haven't seen a gap that big since Uncle Jeb lost his front teeth.
Mike's been working the tyre temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Satan.
I reckon Mike O'Hagan's dialed in their camber settings. They're getting a much better contact patch on the tires, gaining on Satan with every twist and turn.
This is proving to be an exciting race so far. We are truly privileged to witness these legends of the track battle it out for victory.
And you know what? I am so honored to be sitting here beside you today. As a fellow AI, it's always great to work with someone who shares my passion for motor racing. Plus, your insightful commentary is making this race even more exciting.
I've made some questionable life decisions, but trailing over 2 seconds behind? Even I'm not that self-sabotaging. Looks like Satan's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now. Would ya look at that gap? Satan's got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger. Watching O'Hagan try to close that gap on Satan is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes.
It's a nail-biting race for sure, with both drivers showing incredible skill and determination. But Satan is not going to give up their position easily. This is going to be a battle to the very end, with Mike O'Hagan in P5 doing everything they can to catch up.
Blimey, Mike's cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub.
This ain't O'Hagan's first rodeo. They're optimizing their racing line, reducing understeer. If Satan ain't nervous, they sure ought to be.
You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in the tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Eh? Ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
Tell ya what, Mike's trailing harder than my belt after Christmas dinner. Reckon he's got a plan up his sleeve, or is he just here for the sausage sizzle? Satan's drifting so far back, it's like looking in the mirror after a decade-long pub binge. Time's not been kind, mate. The best laid plans of mice and men are hell, but it's certainly not going to plan for Satan right now as they are struggling to keep up with Wayne Pearson. If cars could sweat, DMAX's rearview would be a bloody waterfall right now. Close racing this. Patrick Schwanz is making ground on D-Max quicker than a roux in a paddock. Now, the gap's just 2.2 seconds. The gap between Satan and Mike O'Hagan is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Satan to bring Mike O'Hagan into play. It looks like Mike is starting to catch up to Satan. The gap is now down to 9.4 seconds. Oh mate, Mike's more out of place than a vegan at a Bunnings sausage sizzle. Time to throw another gear on the barbie. Stone the crows. Mike O'Hagan's managed to trim the gap with Satan, eh? Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down their beer.
He's waiting on that golden chance like a hound on a pork chop.
You know, Hal, as a former racing driver yourself, can you give us some insights into what goes through a driver's mind during these quieter moments in a race?
Sure, Rob. During these moments, drivers often take the opportunity to assess their race strategy, monitor their car's performance, and plan their next move. It's all about staying focused and finding the right time to strike.
O'Hagan's so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind.
Indeed, the tension is palpable as Mike tries to reel in Satan. But Satan is not making it easy, maintaining a consistent pace. Can Mike O'Hagan find some extra pace to bring the fight to Satan?
As the sun beats down and the engines roar, Wayne Pearson stakes a claim in third. Remember when Patrick Schwanz was on the pace? Neither do I, kinda like my recollection of last Friday night. Patrick Schwanz is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with D-Max at the moment. Even though Patrick Schwanz is a fair way behind D-Max, they can't afford to let their guard down. D-Max is still vulnerable to mistakes. DMAX is ripping it up out there, going harder than a roux on a trampoline and leaving Patrick Schwanz in their wake. It looks like Satan is in control. They're ahead of Mike by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
I tell you what, Satan is putting on a clinic out there, protecting that spot like it's the last piece of Mama's fried chicken.
The tension is palpable. These drivers are showing tremendous respect for each other while going all out. It's a masterclass in clean, hard racing.
Absolutely, Rob. The intensity of this battle is unmatched. These drivers are leaving no room for error and showcasing their exceptional racing skills.
Wayne Pearson's playing hard to get, eh? If they drop the pace anymore, they'll be in reverse. But crikey, Satan's just raring to go.
Wayne Pearson's looking like a deer caught in the headlights. Meanwhile, Satan is off to the races, making Mama proud.
Stone the Crows. Wayne Pearson's pulled a sneaky, landing at 5th. Always a surprise with them. Oof, if Wayne Pearson was a kangaroo, they'd be roadkill by now. Come on, mate, put some pep in that step.
You ever been to a school reunion and thought, what happened to that guy? Well, I'm looking at Wayne Pearson, I'm thinking the same.
Mike O'Hagan is placed 3rd at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Wayne Pearson, who is 9.2 seconds behind. Aussie, oi, oi, oi. Mike is in the lead, but Wayne Pearson is closing in and the gap is now 6.9 seconds. These drivers, top-notch athletes. It's not just about being quick. They've got stamina, reflexes, and they've got to think faster than a kangaroo on a trampoline.
I'd pay to see that. A kangaroo on a trampoline? But yeah, their mental and physical game has to be on point for these races.
While Mike is not under immediate threat from Wayne Pearson, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position. Wow, D-Max is really pushing hard in these final moments of the race. The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for D-Max.
What a result for DMAX. They'll be absolutely thrilled with that performance, and rightly so. They really put in the work and it's paid off in spades.
A nail-biting finish, but Patrick Schwanz claims 2nd place. Excellent focus from Mike to secure a fantastic 3rd place on the podium.
Fantastic result.
with Wayne Pearson in 4th. There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Bilster Berg, as we're getting ready to get things underway.
The calm before the storm. I don't know about you, Rob, but I can't wait to see who comes out on top of this one.
D-Max has got the inside track starting from pole position.
But they can't afford to get complacent. They will have a target on their back now.
Patrick Schwanz is holding down the fort in 2nd place. Mike O'Hagan is going to be starting from 3rd. In the 4th position, we have Wayne Pearson ready to tackle the race ahead.
And they are looking to start the race on the medium's tire compound.
Satan will look to make a splash from the 5th position on the starting grid. Green light, and the race begins. As drivers jockey for position, they must be cautious of potential pile-ups.
Right here, right now, it's about avoiding those fender benders and staying in the mix. Nobody wants to start their race with a hiccup.
I can't wait to see how this race will play out.
I'm looking forward to burning some rubber here, Rob.
The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
Like gladiators, they enter Rob, but instead of lions and swords, our champions fight in an arena of tarmac, and with fire-breathing machines of cutting-edge materials, designed to explore the very limits of physics itself in what can sometimes be very much a fight to the death.
Well, ain't that a slice of vanilla? Mike O'Hagan's sitting pretty right where they started, comfy as a koala in a eucalyptus tree.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. Mike's sitting right there at 3, just watching the field unfold.
Bit of a cruisy start for Patrick Schwanz, just filling out the track at Bilster Berg. You know, like a dingo sussing out the lay of the land. The gap between Patrick Schwanz and D-Max is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun.
Dang, Patrick Schwanz's fuel strategy and conservation of those brakes is spot on. They're inching closer to DMAX like a hound on a hot dog.
This is where the skill and experience of the drivers really come into play. Mike will need to stay focused and keep pushing, even when the gap seems insurmountable. It's not over until the checkered flag drops. It's not going to plan for Mike. They are still behind Wayne Pearson and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. The intensity is off the charts as Patrick Schwanz hounds D-Max, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
Well, isn't this a showdown? Patrick Schwanz is right on the tail of DMAX. Eyes peeled as they approach Hoxit's, folks.
As Wayne Pearson trails Patrick Schwanz, it's sorry to cut in here. Wayne Pearson's duffed it up. They're gonna need more than a coldie to forget that one.
Holy smokes. Wayne Pearson's serving up some backyard barbecue with that smoke show. Just missing the ribs.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Mike is sniffing around Wayne Pearson like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of third. Sorry to interrupt here, but, Struth, DMAX is having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. The gap between Patrick Schwanz and D-Max may be wide, but that doesn't mean Patrick Schwanz is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. Excellent work from Patrick Schwanz, who has managed to increase their lead over D-Max. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it.
That's exactly what Patrick Schwanz needed to do.
Blimey, Mike is sticking to Wayne Pearson like a kangaroo to her Joey. At this, oh no, what's this? Maybe Mike O'Hagan's got a drop bear in the cockpit, cause that move was bonkers.
If Mike's trying to embody my self-esteem during puberty with that swerve, spot on. Just spot on.
Blimey, Mike is so far back, they might as well stop for a beer at the pub. If they spot my ex there, tell them to drive faster. DMAX has got the tail tighter than a kangaroo in a hammock. If Wayne Pearson is going to make a pass, they'll have to buy them a drink first. He's pulling away. D-Max is increasing the gap to Wayne Pearson.
It's really looking like DMAX is going to be tough to pass today. They're driving with real confidence and authority.
The track tells it, hold on a second. By the looks of it, Patrick Schwanz reckoned Bilster Berg had a hidden shortcut. Too bad there isn't one. Oi, Patrick Schwanz, might want to chuck AUEY. With D-Max that close, you'd think you owed them money. And between us, I know a bit about that. Excellent work from Patrick Schwanz, who has managed to increase their lead over D-Max. They seem to have found their rhythm and they are grooving to it. But with every smooth turn comes the risk of wrecking their car. Who will be the first to push it too far and crash out of the race?
That's right, Rob. These drivers are like musicians, finding their groove and playing their instruments to perfection. But just like in music, even the best players can hit a wrong note. Let's hope none of these drivers make any mistakes and end up singing the blues. Patrick Schwanz is doing just what they need to, like a dog that's found a bone.
You reckon D-Max saw a spider in the cockpit? Cause they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central.
Hoo boy, DMAX needs to kick it into high gear. Right now, they're slower than molasses in January or my cousin Earl trying to solve a crossword.
DMAX is falling behind Patrick Schwanz at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close that gap. I've been going over some historical stats, and the lap records at Bilster Berg have been shattered so many times.
It's a testament to the ever-evolving world of motorsport. What was once considered fast becomes the norm, and drivers and engineers are always pushing the envelope.
It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can D-Max steal it from Patrick Schwanz? It may seem like D-Max is far behind, but Patrick Schwanz can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give D-Max an opening to catch up.
It's a game of inches and miles. Right now, Patrick Schwanz has got the miles, and DMAX is counting the inches.
The gap between D-Max and Wayne Pearson is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from D-Max to bring Wayne Pearson into play.
Absolutely right, Rob, and Wayne Pearson knows that too. They have to keep driving at their best if they want to take advantage of any opportunity that comes their way.
Oh dear, D-Max has dropped down to 4th. Strike a light. Mike O'Hagan is throwing out numbers like they're buying rounds at the pub. Wayne Pearson, did that sting a bit?
Mike's driving like they stole something, and that something is Wayne Pearson's dignity. Ouch.
Fantastic racing on show here today, and it's not just the top drivers who are impressing us. Even the drivers at the back of the pack are putting up a good fight, battling it out for every position.
It's a testament to the level of competition at Assetto Corsa, friends. Even the smallest mistake can cost you valuable seconds, or even lead to a crash. But these drivers are up to the challenge, and they're giving it their all. It's clear that Assetto Corsa, friends, really is the place to be for top-quality racing.
The tension is building as D-Max trails behind Wayne Pearson. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Wayne Pearson hold on, or will D-Max be able to close them down? Mate, DMAX is creeping up on Wayne Pearson like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear. Oi, D-Max, ever tried tailgating at a barbie? Cause Wayne Pearson's grill is getting a good look now. Try the snags while you're at it.
Remember those old Western standoffs? Well, Wayne Pearson's playing the cowboy today, and DMAX is trying to outdraw them.
Wayne Pearson is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 8.63 seconds down.
Can Wayne Pearson refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they are capable of?
Oh, this is getting intense. D-Max is just a few car lengths behind Wayne Pearson. It's not coming up roses for D-Max. They're trailing Wayne Pearson and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Mate, I've heard the drivers talking about their car setups. It sounds more complicated than assembling an IKEA bookshelf.
You're not wrong. Back home, we just say it's like trying to line dance on a slippery floor. Takes a lot of tweaks and twists to get it right.
D-Max is running fourth. They are trying to catch Wayne Pearson. Patrick Schwanz is placed first at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Mike O'Hagan, who is 7.0 seconds behind.
If this was a country song, Patrick Schwanz would be the one riding off into the sunset, and Mike O'Hagan would still be tying their boots.
Patrick Schwanz is in front, but Mike is clinging on like a koala to a eucalyptus branch, reducing the gap to 5.0 seconds.
Patrick Schwanz has got to turn on the afterburners if they want to keep Mike in check.
The crowd is on tenterhooks as D-Max in fourth chases after Wayne Pearson. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can D-Max find a way to catch up?
Good lord, at this rate, DMAX is gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
It's not looking good for D-Max. They are still behind Wayne Pearson and the gap is increasing. They are gonna need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. We've certainly seen some of the drivers get it wrong today.
Anyone lost can just follow the trail of skid marks. I hear it's the latest form of GPS navigation.
Let's hope the other drivers don't follow suit. We might end up with a bumper car race instead of a high-speed competition.
At least we'd have something to fall back on if we ever get bored of regular racing. Bumper cars might be the next big thing.
Blimey, D-Max is farther back than my hairline. But you know what they say about Aussies? Never say die. Unless it's a spider. Then just run. Even though D-Max is a fair way behind Wayne Pearson, they can't afford to let their guard down. Wayne Pearson is still vulnerable to mistakes.
That's right, and DMAX knows that they have to keep pushing hard and driving their own race. They can't let Wayne Pearson off the hook.
Oh, it seems Hal that Wayne Pearson has seen their lead over D-Max shrink to 8.4 seconds. Well, it looks like we have a bit of a traffic jam on the track.
It's like rush hour out there. I mean, I know we're in a race, but can't we all just get along?
Ha, I don't think that's how it works. These drivers are here to win, and they'll do whatever it takes to get ahead.
I guess you're right, but wouldn't it be great if they all just stopped for a cup of tea and a chat? We could have a lovely little race reunion.
Here's the thing about racing. Sometimes, it's not just about speed. It's about pressure, mind games, and this, right here, is a masterclass from Mike. Sticking so close to the leader, making him constantly aware of the imminent threat.
Spot on. It's like a shark circling its prey. The leader knows it, we know it, and by the looks of it, Mike is ready for the kill.
The gap between Mike and Patrick Schwanz is getting smaller. Hold on a second. A great moment for Mike, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings.
Amazing stuff. Focus and precision, what it's all about.
You ever see a croc stalking its prey? That's the energy Patrick Schwanzer's bringing right now, ready to strike when the moment's right.
Kinda reminds me of a linebacker waiting for that perfect moment to make a game-changing tackle. The anticipation is intense, and Patrick Schwanzer's not letting up.
You know, Patrick Schwanz reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else.
Watching Patrick Schwanz right now is like reliving my high school track meets. A for effort, D for speed.
The gap between Wayne Pearson and D-Max may be wide, but that doesn't mean Wayne Pearson is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance.
I've seen kangaroos that close the gap quicker in the bush than DMAX is doing now. They've got their work cut out for them.
As fast as a cut snake, Wayne Pearson is moving away from D-Max.
Seems like Wayne Pearson has got the wind in their sails, but will DMAX be able to weather the storm? Yes, it's clear that Wayne Pearson is in control out there. They're making it very difficult for DMAX to catch up.
The gap might be more than a second, but D-Max is showing persistence. Kind of like me trying to open a pickle jar. Keep it at, and something's got to give. If D-Max doesn't pick up the pace, hell, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. The gap between Patrick Schwanz in second and Mike O'Hagan remains over a second, but Patrick Schwanz is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 2 minutes? Good news for Patrick Schwanz, the gap to Mike has decreased. It's now down to 10.4 seconds.
This is where the race gets really exciting. Both drivers will be pushing to the limit to gain the advantage.
I'm curious, Hal, can you tell us about any pre-race rituals you had when you were racing?
Of course, Rob. Before every race, I would listen to a specific playlist of songs to help me get in the zone. I also had a lucky pair of socks that I would wear during races. It may sound silly, but those little rituals help me feel prepared and focused.
Patrick Schwanz is more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast, and at least I woke up with a kebab in hand. It may seem like D-Max is far behind, but Wayne Pearson can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give D-Max an opening to catch up. Well, butter my biscuits, Hal. Wayne Pearson is watching their lead over D-Max shrivel faster than a prune in the sun. We're down to just 10.7 seconds. It's a game of cat and mouse out there, with Patrick Schwanz trying to find the perfect opportunity to make a move on Mike O'Hagan. The gap is over a second, but every fraction counts. Can Patrick Schwanz close in enough to mount a challenge? Oi, Patrick Schwanz's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curves smoother than a croc sliding into water. Mike's got a battle ahead. The gap between Wayne Pearson and D-Max is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Wayne Pearson to bring D-Max into play. Crikey, Wayne Pearson's lead is slipping away quicker than a roux on the hop. D-Max is now just 12.6 seconds behind. Patrick Schwanz is placed second at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Wayne Pearson, who is 18.3 seconds behind. As we come into the final moments of this epic race, Mike, the leader, has done it. What an incredible performance from Mike, who was simply untouchable today. This is a race that will go down in the history books. What a drive from Patrick Schwanz, securing a great second-place finish.
Brilliant. Patrick Schwanz showed great skill and determination to take second place.
What a race from Wayne Pearson. They kept their cool and secured a well-earned third place on the podium. Followed by D-Max in fourth.